Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. It's late, but I wanted to get a quick Divine Masculine Twin Flame read out to you. I'll be traveling tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to get something out tomorrow. It is June 5th today, 2019. The 5 is all about the Hierophant, so about tradition, establishment, contracts, commitments, marriages, okay? And the day adds up to 23-5, so 2 5s, and the 23 is the King of Wands, so the man of passion. A lot of change and expansion here. The first thing that happened to me this morning when I went outside, and I showed you the picture of the dragonfly the other day, that I got pictures 2 days in a row. He was posing for me. Well, I went outside this morning, and I literally got a picture of a baby, the tiniest little thing, a baby dragonfly. And I could tell it was the dragonfly because the blue of the dragonfly reflected in the sun. So it's hard to see in the picture that I got of him. But then I saw a baby bumblebee also, which is also tiny, tiny, tiny. But I couldn't get a picture of him. And then a butterfly landed for me and literally let me take a whole bunch of pictures. Then I got a green fly landed, and they had all their babies around. So it was so much about the mothers and the babies. The butterfly was orange and brown and white, as my white butterfly, who's always there. The white butterfly for me is connected to the hamster that my daughter and I had many years ago, who I buried outside front. Ever since we buried him, there's always been this white butterfly that comes out every year. So the white butterfly flew by me as I was taking pictures of the other butterfly. But it was so amazing to see all of this nature and them just sitting there posing for me. It was pretty funny. And 8-8's been coming up like crazy for Lionsgate, and also it represents for me the 2 twins side by side, staying at 0 point and well balanced and integrated. I did the Divine Masculine read today at 9:48, and 48 is the 8 of Cups, about walking away and going within, which also came up in the read. The major arcana were the Shadow, which is the Devil, Ascension, the World, and Alchemy, which is the Temperance card. There was 1 Pentacle, 4 Wands, which was the weight of the suits was mostly towards the Wands, which is physical activity, passion, creativity. There was 1 Sword and 2 Cups. The court cards were the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, so which could very much just be hanging out with 2 kids today, or focus on 2 kids, or messages. Invitations, anything like that. But we'll see what comes up in the read. The numbers and the coding today were all about rebirth and time out. There's definitely big time rebirth today. And the numbers came up, 2 1s were in the read, as well as 3 8s. And again, I've been getting 8-8 all week, every day. The other numbers that came up in the read were 8, 9, and 105. 33, which is the 7 of Wands. Like I said, 888. 11, 34, which is the 8 of Wands. 89. 13, which is the Death, Transformation, Transition card. And then the 48, which is the 8 of Cups. So about rebirth and time out. The messages were all about, well, the 8-8 came up in the coding as well, but alternating currents. It's like the dance, 0 point, staying at balance, but going in and out. Sometimes we feel very connected, and sometimes we feel far away from that, but it always comes back again, and to stay grounded and integrated, as well as toggling to the etheric realms. But the 8-8 of the masculine and the feminine, both of them, balanced in their own inner masculine and feminine, integrated, alternating those currents back and forth, and then moving to the 9 of the N, the collective consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the Hermit, which can be Virgo as well, but also the Wise One, the Shadow. The 9 is coming up like the shadow when you go off of the balance of the 8 and the 8, aiding. Page 8 came up, as well as the height of the expansion here of these multiple 5s and the toggling upward, as opposed to grounding into the earth. because you become ungrounded. As you know, if you go up into the etheric realms a lot, you become more ungrounded. And then you can get a little out of hand, unbalanced, so you want to ground into the center of the earth again. As the sovereign twins are nearing the end, letters are written to aid in turning the page back to 0 point again. And then I was getting the Tasmanian devil of rebirth, which was a great visual, okay, of the head spinning or him spinning like the tornado, but Lion's Gate like air conditioning. The wise one to the nth degree as the feminine in shadow, so you may be tempted here to get triggered, whether it's just friends, relatives, whatever it is, to practice coming back to 0 point. After death, and that can be just about after transformation or transition, so you may have had to hurry up and do something which may have stressed you out and may have triggered you a little bit. So after that, coming back to 0 point again, and experiencing the height of Taz, the Tasmanian devil, you know, like your Linda Blair and your head spinning around. And then I was also getting 80 and it, like all right, it, 80 and it, asinine devil may aid in these triggers. Also, I was getting the death of junior high school. It's like turning the page from that time in your life and staying at 0 point as the rebirth and taking a time out. It's like in junior high school, like you'd have to go stand in the corner if you were bad. That's what they were referring to. But again, the Tasmanian devil of going whoo, whoo, like a tornado. It clears everything in its path, just like a tornado would. So getting right into the read, the numbers 88 and 28 both came up at the beginning of the read. Working with crystal energy, or crystals in general, together at 28, which is also the Two of Wands, or the Twin Flames, the split of the devil, detoxing chaos, the Hermit reversed amidst the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Page of Wands reversed, prison. Definitely could be Virgo and Capricorn energies here. The Tasmanian devil blows through like a whirlwind. The Hermit with kids, all disheveled. Divine Masculine in connection took down the Queen of Swords, now talking about it, speaking their truth, the messenger of truth, to the Page of Wands boy, that masked boy with the burning desire, in announcements, a call to action, a wake-up call, an alarm, judgment, final decision, to Aquarius, Queen of Wands, and Libra, justice, or a final divorce coming through. The Divine Masculine may be at war within and reflecting the Divine Feminine, and then to each of their kids. The Pied Piper may lead them to water, but there's only fire present when they get there, and air then stirring it up more. So remember, you can lead someone to water, but you can't make them drink. Well, here, the Pied Piper may lead them to water, but there's only fire present when they get there, so there's not even water there to drink, and only air to make the fire even worse. So definitely conflicts and triggers to be transmuted and brought back to 0 point. The tail, the stinger, the DNA out on the platform with a black cat, Justice, Judge, or Libra with bronze, so it could be blonde too, that's just coming out. A bronze platform is separate from this, not affiliated with this other platform. Charlie Brown in the pumpkin patch, there may be a female judge involved, like Lucy. So for the masculine, this may be a trigger, because Lucy may vote in favor of the Queen of Wands, he believes, and the judge will believe all the BS she serves up, because, you know, women stick together. Or also just be intimidated by the Lucy and Charlie Brown templating, okay? And that definitely will take you back to junior high school for sure. The Queen of Wands, judge and jury, women and children may be gullible, or the masculine thinks, and the mother and child bond is coming up, as we know from what I saw this morning, and then mommy's minions will side with her even if she's lying. So the masculine may be worrying about the kids because they're more bonded with her because he's always at work, and even if she's lying, the kids may be just resonating more with them, or doing what she tells them to do, or just maybe scared that they, you know, one way or the other. They might not be able to live with one parent or another, but the masculine may have a skewed version of what may happen here. Recovering in a practical way, the Empress reversed out of control, hanging a shingle over verbal abuse and ego death, and holding their tongue. 2 slivery snakes and 2 flames to trip them up. Killing lawyer, so there may be a killer lawyer in court I was picking up, and Aries energies were there. As I turn the page, it's 10:33. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and 33 is the 7 of Wands. Standing your ground, but not getting triggered or reacting. So deception came up for the underlying energy for the masculine, and beneath that was soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, but the masculine still needs to take their mask off, because the boy's a mask and the burning desire inside is still coming up in this read. Control and possible alcohol use to manipulate an opportunity, i.e. opportunist. Refusing to see, or bait was set, but fish refused to take it. Bait and switch, bait and catch, putting it out there for all to see. The Queen of Pentacles deeply hurt by energetic manipulation and theft. Keeping someone busy so another can steal from them when they're not looking. Manipulation, articulation. Around and around on the merry-go-round we go, when hearts are broken. Karmic getting Divine Masculine to do her dirty work, if he wants her to forgive him or take him back. Or this is the explanation to the Divine Feminine in Divine Masculine asking for forgiveness. Bunny and Dove had to watch every step. Otherwise the red boot would have walked right over them if he didn't do exactly what she said, or didn't do or touch how she told him to. Green fly then came up, and the definition of a green fly is a sheep blowfly. The scientific name is Lucilla sericata, or Lucilla, however I don't know what language it was from, but that's Lucy, okay? So here's Lucy coming up again with Charlie Brown. And then the sheep blowfly, like the shy fly. And so the fly, the movie The Fly, came up as well. And the Green Lantern. In the Green Lantern, rings grant them powers, using their imagination and emotions. And there was a picture of the cover of a Green Lantern, and the episode was, or the comic was Rebirth number 6. Rebirth, again. That was from May 2005. And then the fly came up, and that was all from Lucilla. It was from University of Florida, ufl.edu, and then the other stuff from en.m.wikipedia.org. So the fly on the wall, or remote view, listening in or looking in. And then love came up, number 6, as well as beneath that, perseverance was number 4 of the Emperor, never giving up. Healing and forgiveness, an end of family emotional cycle, or great unhappiness of all in the family. Dumping all emotional attachments to start with a clean slate. The truth out of blue eyes, could be Pleiadians coming up here, and blue ribbons, ET relations to insects. Now I'm seeing all their faces, and the dragonfly and the fly, their faces all look the same. It's very linked to the ETs that we see. Flies, bees, dragonflies, butterflies, literally flies on the wall. In an ET sense, the 7th or 8th sense. Multidimensional. Hermit over-isolating and coming out to let go. Money, wine, fleur-de-lis patterns, materialism, switches, swatches, and fabrication. Extended. Parents' old curtains, selling the castle, so to speak, the home you grew up in. And awards that you may have won for writing, blue ribbon for pen and ink, stones of assassins, or stories of assassins that someone might have liked to write when they were young. It was just 1441, which is the patience and the angels, and the 41 of the new love, self-love, spiritual love. But someone may have been a really good writer when they were younger, writing stories of assassins, or asses, or hermits who spend time alone. Michael Jackson and Ben came up there, the one that would fix all the loneliness. The gray lantern, the shadow fly, like Quasimodo and Phantom of the Opera, so shy, all the injustice. As we turn the page, it's 1104, and that's justice and the emperor. Healing to forgive family, forgiving them the room in the house that was the back dark small room, the Cinderella room in the house. Paying to keep secrets for Libra at work or in court for work, deception and theft behind closed doors of love. The underlying signs here were Cancer upright, Capri reversed, Virgo reversed, Aries reversed, Libra and Aquarius, not sure which direction. But that was just the underlying energies. So recently for the masculine, present to one flame, driven to unhappiness on a quest for the gold, or bold move or travel, was not satisfying and caused conflict and fights, and debt at work, working to realign with Cancer energies there. The foundation being a split, divide, and conquer, as loss of love and passion, creatively due to impatience or impatient angel, or Sagittarius reversed. 3 aces were here reversed, Ace of Swords, Cups, and Wands. What was the missing one? The Pentacles, the new life, starting over. Centrally is the Ace of Wands reversed, that great, a lot of creative and sexual frustration here in the long death walk of opportunist and third party or gossip, overindulgences, or just a need to learn. Someone may have been a poor student or is not learning their lesson, or is not learning something that they're trying to learn. Repeating patterns, now allowing complete transformation, even if it makes them look bad, like cheating on the Queen of Wands or running away from the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Wands taking off. Mum's the word, and I wrote mum's the world actually. Mommy's minions comes up again here, Scorpio. Unable to get something off the ground, risky business going on, gossip, drinking, partying, and socializing, third parties, antisocial behavior, while the Queen of Wands looked the other way, but knew all along. Uncomfortable emotions blocking destiny, new beginnings, shame and guilt, and not sharing, keeping things close to the chest. The challenge being the shadow. Spidey and Batman come up here. At nighttime alone, with lover, Queen of Pentacles, sunshine, finding happiness, not with dysfunctional family or loss of money due to Scrooge and deception, not walking away when he should have. Now crowning is ascension, the world, completion, endings, culminations, and achievements. The High Priestess, psychic abilities and secrets, destined King of Wands, worst over in seeking to drink from the Holy Grail and let go. Choosing path and passing the baton. His 3D life was the shadow, his 5D life the charm. Ready to start anew, grounding and integrating and healing, forgiving. Sovereign and student, or 2 kids just finding their way. The 7 dwarfs then came up here. Sleepy, dopey Doc, bashful, happy, grumpy, and sneezy. Feeling bad, shame and guilt for being like Scrooge and saying, mine, all mine. Family not wanting to share their inheritance with another family member. As we turn the page 8, remember, came up in the codes. As we turn the page to 1132, again, justice in the 32 of the 6 of Wands, the journeyman. Being on this journey, getting attention, success, and leading the way. A brother and sister with fantasies or illusions about the King of Swords, third-party lover, grieving loss, and then exposing passionate feelings about the Queen of Swords' reflection in the mirror and the man in the mirror. So Michael Jackson comes up again. And around this energy was Pisces, Libra, Gemini upright, Cancer reversed, and Leo. And all the signs from the whole body of the read were Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Virgo were reversed. Cancer probably reversed as well. Libra, Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn and Aries were upright in the body of the reed. So soon, for the masculine, the Knight of Wands, losing hope, standing in truth no matter what, or taking down Aquarius in court. The Magician with DNA evidence, the King of Swords not telling the truth, or is not the father. Justice is served, but Aquarius is not happy in the end. There's a Gemini, Virgo, or Libra who's good. Constant Gardener leading the way with good news. Divine Masculine is the alchemist, divorced or spiritual or alternative, thinking outside the box, with an open heart taking a leap away from hard work and burdens he shouldn't be carrying anyway. Stuck in emotions and wanting peace. For the masculine came up engagement, so moving to a higher level in the relationship, forgiving and learning, and then passion. Around him are 6 rays of light in death or upper back pain or pain in the neck. Family now happy, bridging to King of Pentacles, getting his wish, clear blocks of walking away and within, strength in meditation and rest, which is not a weakness. The wounded warrior and the Queen of Pentacles holding on loosely in order to ground, away from Leo and at peace. It was just 21, 15, and 17. So 21 is the world, the completion, okay, and then the 17 of the star and having your dreams come true, and what came up first, the 15 and the devil of the shadow side, making spending time to transmute those energies and come back to 0 point when needed. So time out and rebirth came up for the masculine, but even more so physical activity, so getting busy, happy ending, and self-love. There's a strong connection in tackling the beast. Masked boy with a burning desire for sealed divine feminine in her knowing and balanced. The Queen of Swords twin exposing energetic exchange of going within in union. The King of Pentacles speaks of epiphanies or sudden strength to talk about his shyness, his heart warm, the bat cave, talking with Queen of Swords in private. Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and Gemini came up there. Sudden event, explosion, eruption, epiphany. The King of Cups moving or making a poor decision, or maybe that just moving was a poor decision, or still deliberating was a poor decision, not judging, not hearing the call to action. Scorpio and Aquarius here. The Empress prisoner of stress and purging, crying, working to align and crack codes. The Queen of Cups is slowed down by loss of power or independence, money or child who speeds a lot, or 2. It actually spends a lot, but speeds a lot is another one for kids as well. So Queen of Cups is slowed down by loss of power, independence. So if they've divorced recently, they may not have as much money as they used to, and now have to deal with kids in a more strict way. So money may be an issue for her, or a child who speeds a lot, so problems with driving, but also who spends a lot, can't do this anymore. Or 2, seeing eye to eye now, face to face, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, refusing to move, or not work, or being stubborn. The 2 of them blocked by unhappy, stubborn, spoiled kids, but going forward with new life anyway. So something that may have held the masculine back before is no longer. He's putting his foot down, that's it. He may have been very patient in the situation, but is no longer doing that. 11:52 to 53 right there. 52 is the Queen of Swords, and 53 is the Knight of Swords, but it's also the catapult, kind of like the Tasmanian devil there. So working with crystals, and then 18, 28, and 88 all came up here. To align and get out of jail, split, divide, conquering, patience, alchemical process, wishes is coming true, focused on flame, and frustrated, challenged by the shadow fly. Moving passionately to walk away and within, to close the cycle and get in touch with masked boy in Batcave and his higher self, divine feminine. Working at present on one flame and letting go, pulling Excalibur to fix his wand, challenged by a web of lies, shadow side, to come full circle and take control of his life back, patience in getting moving, and happy to be on his own, to discover himself in his knowing with higher self twin, not judging Empress, Queen of Cups connection, starting a new life together. The King and Queen of Cups could be the Divine Masculine and Karmic, or parents of one or the other. Someone breaking up, coming out, the feminine is gay, and starting a new life with her partner. Or suddenly moving out was a bad choice for the King of Cups. If parents are struggling, the Divine Masculine may not have a place to go if he splits. Nine of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles are both reversed, but together. Could be siblings or twins, Libra, Virgo, Empress mother or grandmother, and Queen of Cups, her, could be the Empress, or her daughter, or daughter-in-law of the Empress, and she may like that daughter-in-law better than her own kids. So the kids may not like that. The Divine Masculine is hiding out, feeling like a child, hiding again, maybe staying with parents, or maybe worried he may not have a place to stay if his parents are having a falling out. Dark Night was a process to fall apart in order to come back together into unconditional love, deliberating between the Queen of Swords, Empress, and Queen of Cups involved as well. So some of the energies here, the King and Queen of Pentacles were both upright. None of the couples were standing side by side. They were all doing their own thing. King and Queen of Pentacles were both upright, and King and Queen of Cups were both upright. But the Emperor was reversed, and the Empress upright. The King of Swords was reversed, but the Queen of Swords upright. Capricorn Conqueror of the Hermit reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, and Page of Cups reversed. Or those three could all be aspects of the Divine Masculine, or siblings, could be him and his kids, or prison at work with those who act like kids. So those are just some of the two energies. And the King and Queen of Wands didn't come up as much in this read. They were more like in the underlying energy. But the Queen of Wands was a clarifier in the center of the read of the frustration. But it's coming up as her upright, but she's also been looking away. The King of Wands was upright, but he was, again, just in the beginning of the read. He wasn't towards the end of the read. And the King of Wands could be connected to the High Priestess for sure, or his own psychic abilities. And that could be shaman energy as well. It's 27:45. I did a read for the feminine, but I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there's a couple things I wanted to bring up. The Euro-India Gateway came up, so there's definitely a bridging of things here, and this, again, could reference England to their connecting countries, South Africa, India, Bermuda, those kind of things, okay? So working out triggers here between parties, whether it's you and your children, you and a partner, and here it's between countries. Transmuting those energies and perpetually always coming back to 0 point again. The 2 and the 3, or the High Priestess and the Empress, came up with the King of Wands again, and the Chariot. A lot of bold moves here, and traveling. Okay, coming back to 0 point, going out into the world to practice your trigger points in order to come back to 0 point again, to do the dance. And find your passions. Okay, and the coding for the feminine was all about the lovers, and coming back to 0 point again, love partnership. 22 and 88 came up for the feminine, as well as 413. The King of Wands of 23, the Fool of 22. 35 of the Wounded Warrior, 78 of the Ten of Pentacles, 37 of the King of Cups. Let's see if there's anything specific. Yeah, Aquarius has been coming up as not good energy. Red boots sneaking out. Red boots, let's see here. King of Wands looking at what he knows or refused to see, running away, losing hope, and taking all down in his wake. He may just be seeing this in himself. A leaky ceiling was coming up, a lot of water damage. Someone sneaking away, not wanting to get in trouble for causing the damage, whether it's water or something else, and he's pissed. red boots sneaking out of it or actually caused the leak, and someone may have done this on purpose as well. For some it might just have been an accident, but someone running away, like a kid would run away, not wanting to get caught. But he's pissed. Aquarius, liar, cheater, thief came up. And a need to buckle down. There may be some work that needs to get done. But a lot of brain wars, so fears and anxieties are coming up. But just the normal stuff of triggering you is going through another cycle of triggering to practice coming back to 0 point again. Yeah, and then my mail came to 12221 at the end of this at 5:05. So I'm just going to show you the pictures and get going. I have to get to bed. I'll show you both. Let's see here. So, I'll show you the picture. Maybe I can show you a few of the pictures from this morning. Yeah, so look how beautiful. This is the butterfly that sat for me. And then that was the butterfly. And then here's some of the green flies. Then there was little babies around too. I didn't get pictures of the babies, but this is the green fly. And then I have to show you the picture of the baby that I did catch. I don't know how well you can see it. Hold on. Where are you? Oh, here he is. It's hard to see him. He's so little, matching the leaf, but you can see him on the leaf there. See him? Little baby dragonfly, so cute. And, alright, so we have, this is the Divine Masculine read, and I'll just show you the pic of the feminine read that I did, just so you have the basic cards. Let's see if this is this. Yeah, and then this is the full read for the masculine. And then I'm just going to show you the basic read for the feminine in case any of you want to read it for yourselves. Did I give you the right one? Hold on. Yeah, okay. And then this is the basic read for the feminine energies today. Okay. I think that's it. I do have to go to bed. Make sure to drink your water. I wasn't drinking enough today, and I did go work out today, so and I was definitely feeling afterwards that I need to drink. So don't forget to drink enough water and get your rest. I haven't slept well in the past few nights. That might just be the energy of the downloads coming in. I was getting another portal opening, for the 6/6 portal coming through. I get this with the cards all the time with the death card because it's literally a portal, but I also get in combination of the cards when gates are opening and closing. So I always let you know about that stuff. It's a little stressful today for me, just in packing, getting ready to travel tomorrow. So you may be feeling some of the same energies, and I'll check in as much as I can, but it may be a few days before I get to you, okay? So take care. Bye.